Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to Not My Bathroom. I'm actually in Chicago. I'm staying at a hotel right now because tonight I am going to the YouTube Creator Collective meetup. So this is the Chicago meetup for all of the creators in the Midwestern area. I'm really excited. I've never been to a YouTube event before. It's at the Slow Moo Institute. It's a slime institute. There's going to be all kinds of like events and food and different creators, and I'm going to bring y'all along with me. I'm very excited. So today we're going to get ready for that. I was walking around a little bit this morning and did some shopping. So I'm a little bit ready. We're going to get unready, and then we're going to get ready, and then we're going to go to the event. So I'm going to wash the day off of my face. Honestly, I feel a little icky from being outside all day long. And I'm going to show you some highlights on my skincare. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a separate video showing you all the products that I brought with me for skincare, you know what I mean, like on a trip and traveling. But right now, let me wash up. I'll meet you right back here, and we'll get ready. I removed my makeup with the Beauty of Joseon Cleansing Balm, and then I went in for the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Cleanser. The Beauty of Joseon is great to travel with because it doesn't leak. It's a solid balm, and this is kind of more of a deluxe size of First Aid Beauty. It's a little bit smaller, so it saves some room in my bag. So here's a tip for those of you who might get some dry, peely skin when you're traveling. I did. I woke up this morning and I realized I had peely skin on my chin from the hard water in this hotel, combined with tretinoin use, right? Like, it does happen. And so all I did was use the hotel washcloth. I got it warm with water, and I didn't press down on my skin, but I just like brushed it across my skin, and the towel fibers just kind of help to roll the peelies that are ready to release, right? Roll off of your skin and just kind of gently give some physical exfoliation. I just used the Numbuzin #1 Pure Full Calming Herb Toner, and this is a deluxe size that I got free from one of my orders from Olive Young, and so this was perfect to travel with. This was a lot easier to pack than like a full-size bottle. This is the SK2 Facial Treatment Sheet Mask, and this is a special occasion. This is a little bit of a bougie sheet mask. It's a little pricey, but I absolutely love it for special occasion skin prep, which is exactly what we're doing today, right? This is a really wonderful mask soaked with really beautiful, high quality, highly concentrated, pure galactomyces ferment. But there's something about that really high quality, very concentrated galactomyces, especially in a sheet mask delivery system, that really makes your skin like pretty much instantly very bright, very smooth, very even toned. It actually, if you have enlarged pores, look, it's not a miracle worker, but it can make them look better with even just one use. I personally have seen it. You'll see when I take this off, you're gonna see, because I did have some hyperpigmentation here from, of course, I got a pimple right before a big event. It always happens, right? So it will help this. It's not going to make it go away, but it will help this. Okay, I'm back. It's been about 20 minutes. The mask is starting to dry out. I mean, it's still pretty damp, but kind of running out of time. So you see how much more even toned my skin is. It's a lot brighter, right? I mean, this is what it is, right? But it has taken down a lot of the redness and like the angriness of that inflamed hyperpigmentation is basically what it is now, right? And then around my mouth, I was feeling a little red as well because of that peely dry skin, and then that physical exfoliation that just took it down. My skin also feels really hydrated and comfortable, plump, and it does create a really nice canvas for the rest of my skincare and a smooth makeup application. So I'm gonna speed up this skincare routine and follow up with the rest of my products. I am, again, remember, it's gonna do a separate video showing you everything, so stay tuned for that. It will be coming out in a few days. So I'm finishing off with like a milky moisturizing toner. I'm going in for my serum, which has ceramides in it and ectoin to keep my skin barrier strong and protected. I'm using an eye cream to plump and moisturize. I'm using my Barrier Care Duo, a ceramide cholesterol fatty acid based emulsion, plus a few drops of oil just to really nourish my skin, moisturize it, strengthen it. And then I'm finishing up with my moisturizer. The weather is still a little bit chilly right now, so with the hard water and the weather, I need all this moisture. All right, so I just applied my sunscreen. I'm gonna let that really settle into my skin before I move on with makeup, and that's really a crucial step to make sure that your sunscreen is really protecting your skin, is to let that sunscreen dry and settle and form that protective film. So I'm actually gonna go in for my hair right now while that is happening, really maximize the time, right? Well, let me tell you, I flat ironed my hair this morning and it is like all wavy and like texturized because it's a bit humid today. We're right on Lake Michigan, so there's a lot of humidity there and there's just rain hanging in the air. And so my original plan was gonna be like really sleek and smooth, but I am not confident that that style is going to hold up tonight just because of the humidity. So I'm actually changing plans and I'm gonna work with the weather and do a light wave. So this is the Design Me Gloss Serum, and this is just something that kind of like smooths. It's a nice light, clear, emollient kind of gel. I'm really just concentrating it at the ends. I actually put this in my hair last night when I washed it, but my hair just really is feeling very dry. Again, the hotel water. I can't stress it enough. So I'm just gonna like really help to keep those ends like really nice and polished. They feel so thirsty right now. So I'm using my curling iron. I have no idea the barrel size, but this is really my favorite size for this type of curl. So you just take your section. This is a hot tip though. Run your curler down the hair first. That heat really helps smooth the hair. And then I pull it about, a quarter of the way down. And then I start rolling it, going down a little bit, holding it, depending on how long it takes your hair to take on that bend. I'm not putting the end in fully. There you go. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. All right, makeup time. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Santa Fe. So I really like this foundation. I've been using it for a couple of years. So I just use the spatula to get like a somewhat even kind of coating in my little zones. I don't use it to apply my full foundation. I know that's kind of like a trend in K-beauty right now, but for me, it doesn't work super well because it's just really thick and it doesn't work. However, I do still like this to get, like I said, kind of a somewhat even layer in my zones so that I can go in with my brush, my foundation kind of buff brush here, and get a little bit of a better application without wasting as much product. I feel like if I was to apply it with my fingers, the application's a lot less even. I feel like you could waste and lose a lot of product. I am also happy to report I am not getting any of those peelies that I was getting around my chin this morning when I put on my makeup this morning. So that washcloth really did help. So this is the Serum Concealer from Tower 28. And I just started using this and I really like it. So the color is 1E or IE, and it's a pretty decent match, but it has really good coverage. They actually talk about how it's good for your under eye area because it has like really good concealing properties for dark circles. I'm actually not using it under my eyes. I don't actually use a ton of concealer around that area just to kind of help it not like build up in those little creases, right? So I'm just concealing my dark spots that are still peeking through a little bit. You see the foundation actually took care of a really good amount of them, but I just want to perfect that look today. And so I'm going in again with that under eye brush and I'm just tapping the edges and blending it into the foundation. This is the Stay Fixer Pact from WakeMake. It's just translucent powder that I'm going to use to set my base. Okay, I am going in for some eye primer. I like to put this on before I do my eyebrows. Really the only reason there is just it gives it a little bit of time to set on my lid before I go straight in with eyeshadow. So this really helps with creasing. I am prone to that. All right, so while that settles and dries down, I am using a spoolie to brush my brows upwards. And I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Inked Brow. The color is Dark Drapes. And this is basically just like, it's not quite like a gel. It's more like a brow tinter, basically. And so it does go in a little dark at first. It can get a little harsh. So my trick is to just kind of pull it along the shape of my brow first, and then going back in with the spoolie and just gently brushing the product through the rest of that brow. All right, so moving along while those dry, I'm gonna move on to the next step to save time. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette, and I've been really jamming on this. I bought this for my birthday a couple months ago, and what I really like about it is it's another nude eyeshadow palette. Like, we have so many of those, right? What I find different about this one is that it's not too orange, it's not too warm. So many nude brown based shadows on the market are orange, and that does not look good on my skin tone. I have learned. So these are incredibly neutrals. They don't have a warmth to them, and so they've been working super duper well for me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in for this nude, almost skin colored kind of matte eyeshadow. It is called Fair. And I am just going to put that onto my lids right now. So I'm really excited about tonight. I do not know what to expect. I've not been to a YouTube event before. There's going to be creators from all over the area there. It's being hosted by Conflicts, who has a really huge channel. So I'm very excited to meet creators from all different niches here on YouTube. It's not like strictly beauty or skincare. So I'm really excited to learn from creators in other fields, because it's really interesting where your inspiration can come from, where some of the best tips and tricks that I have learned are outside of the industry. Some of the most inspirational content is not actually, for me personally, in skincare. When it comes to being a creator, of course, there's lots of inspirational content for your skincare journey. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that creator journey. I have learned a lot of like editing and stuff from all different types of channels. And so I'm very excited to just meet all the different creators, meet the people at YouTube, have some fun. I think I'm gonna go in for Tender. These are matte, like light mid browns, and I wasn't sure which one I want to do, but I'm gonna go for Tender. It's kind of in between. I am going like glam, but like baby glam. I'm not going like full on like eye look or anything tonight. I want to keep it really fresh. So we're going in for Tender. This is a nice kind of like round, fluffy type of brush, and I'm just gonna be putting it on the outer corner here. I'm trying to change up how I do my makeup a little bit. The outer corner here, and then kind of up a little bit, almost like a baby triangle, but I'm not gonna go like a full around the lid. I'm doing just a little bit here and then blending upwards. And it's okay if it's messy, I'll clean it up later. But what I was saying about being a creator is it's kind of an isolated career. You know, because I used to work in an office environment back in the day, and I had coworkers, right? I had people that I would talk to all day long and who I would catch up with and who I, you know, created friendships with or would just be friendly with, right? And I knew about their lives and their interests and everything. And so it was some nice, you know, camaraderie. I also used to work with customers. I was in sales for a high-end optical boutique. So I was doing optician stuff, but I was also doing some fashion-y type stuff and working with all different types of people all day long. And I don't super duper miss it. I'm not gonna lie, I love working from home. I love my lifestyle, but I will say I sometimes crave that connection, interaction, right? So it's kind of nice to be able to meet people who are sort of doing the same thing and who have kind of similar struggles, because it can be hard to relate with people because it is, well, it seems like everybody's an influencer these days. It's actually still kind of like a rare career path. Okay, so to take it up to more of that, what I call baby glam, right? I'm gonna use Silhouette. This is, ooh, hello camera. It was a YouTube no-no, right? This is Silhouette. This is a much darker, almost chocolate, but again, not a super warm chocolate brown. Again, all mattes tonight. I'm not doing any shimmers. And this is a little bit more of a detailed eyeshadow brush here. It's a little stiffer. It's not as fluffy as the last brush. And that's gonna allow me some precision. And I'm gonna go, so really I'm creating more of a this shape here with my shadow. With this eyeshadow tutorial that we're doing, and I didn't even plan it. So yeah, I'm just darkening that corner there. And I'm pulling it a little bit into that crease. Just a little bit. This is more shadow and definition than like a full-on like look with the color. Do you know what I mean? I just want a hint of this super dark, moody brown. So you see how that just kind of brought some depth to it. Clio Gelpresso Pencil Liner. I'm going to use this with this super old school angled eyeliner brush that I got from e.l.f. like straight up 10 years ago. Is the brush that keeps on giving. So I'm just loading up the tip of the brush with the gel eyeliner, and it just gives me more precision because I'm just doing it for under, I'm trying to like look in the mirror but also show you under the eye, and I'm just going from like here to here. I'm not fully lining underneath. You'll be able to see this side better. See how that angled brush just like gets right in there? This is again, baby glam, subtle, but just a little bit more shadow under the eye to give it definition. Boom. I'm gonna clean those lines up a little bit too at the end, so I'm more just kind of putting down color, and I'm not super like being perfect about flicks and lines and all of that. So let's go back to the eyebrows. This is the NYX Brow Glue, and I like this just to kind of help the hairs stay in place. I like them brushed up just a little bit, not a full-on like silk brow, but like, you know, close. So this is a big blending fluffy brush, and I'm just cleaning that shadow up a little bit. I'm going to clean it up further, but I just want to soften any edge that seems harsh. So this actually looks pretty well blended. And then this side, oh yeah, see right there, that needs to be softened. So I'm just going on the edge, blending. Don't worry about that too much, gonna clean it up. So this is the NYX Epic Ink Eyeliner. Love this stuff. This is the black. So these are the demi eyelashes from Ardell. I'm gonna be using the duo glue to put them on. So I like the faux eyelashes because yeah, they definitely give me some vavoom, right? But I actually have figured out a way to not have to wear mascara when I wear the full strip lashes, because I can just blend mine into them. They look really nice and thick and dark, and they're curled, but I don't have to worry about smudging, and that's something that really concerns me when it's like, it's a little humid, it's a special event, there's gonna be video and photo, right? So that's what works for me because my lashes are dark, but it's kind of been a nice way to skip out on mascara. So this is a blush and highlighter palette from Mimi Box. You can see it's well loved and also broken. I love it that much. I traveled with it broken. But one of my favorites is this kind of more neutral. Those are the two blushes. That's a highlighter. I'm liking this one. I can't remember. This one's called Afternoon Tea Party or like Champagne Party. I'm not sure which is the palette color and which is the palette name. But I'll, you know, drop it in the description, of course. I'm just doing like a little hint of flush really high on my cheekbone and going kind of into my hairline, and I'm going slightly up. Everything with my makeup, especially with the color, is subtly going up. This is a way to really give the face and the cheekbones, that definition. It's also going to play with the shape of the eye makeup as well. This is Touche Eclat from Yves Saint Laurent Beauty. This is color 2.5. So this is like a little brush. It's not concealer, so there's a little click at the bottom there. It's not concealer necessarily. I mean, if it is, it's not a very good concealer. But what I usually use it for is kind of almost like a very, very subtle highlighter, or an enhancer, if you will. So I put a little bit under my eye there. And if you remember, I said I don't really put concealer there. This isn't really concealing, but it is just going to brighten under that area because there's a little, you know, there's little dips and stuff. You can get some shadows. And then I like to run it down the bridge of my nose. And then I like to do a little bit outward from the nose because I can get kind of red naturally there. So this basically catches the light. It's called Radiant Touch, right? So it's really, like I said, a very subtle, almost like a highlighter. It just brings a little bit more light. Now notice what I'm doing is I'm going up, and that cleans up the edge of that eyeliner, the edge of the shadow. Like I was saying, I'm not worried about it, I'm not worried about it. That's why, because this is the cleanup. And then I am doing a little bit more of that brush stroke down the nose, getting a little bit on the ball, and then same here. Okay, so you see how that just brightens that area up. It's not, I can't stress enough how much it doesn't really conceal, but it bounces light. And that's really, really the special thing about this. It's a bit bougie, it's a bit expensive, but it really does make the, do you see how it like pull everything together? You're probably like, Kelly, I don't know, but okay, I am back in dress and I decided on my lip color to pull it all together. So I'm going to line my lips using the Swede lip liner in Chloe, and then I'm going to top it off with Montreux from Queen Musia Beauty. So this is the fit. This is the cool, casual, pulled together look. Sneaks, a must-have. Nice little platform, really comfy and cushy for the city. These jeans, I love the little crop on them. It's so fun. They are really like easy, breezy, comfortable. They're not digging in. These are from Anthropologie. It's the Maeve line. White t-shirt tucked in to, you know, pull it together. And then this blazer, this pink blazer, which you've seen me wear a lot before. It's actually from Kohl's. It's Lauren Conrad. Absolutely love this blazer. And it's really the details, right, that pull it together. I'm trying to get like the best shots possible because the lighting is terrible. So really the gold accessories just trying to pull everything together. This is from Madewell, as well as the small chunky hoops that I wear all the time for years and years. These are also from Madewell. I love their costume jewelry. And that just like, yeah, it's fun. I like the gold to pull it together. This is my bag. Isn't that adorable? It like matches my blazer so much. And it's actually pretty decent for travel because it can really be loaded full. And I'm going to be loaded full with my camera and everything, right? So definitely a cute little way to pull everything together. It's time. I got to go. I got to call a cab and we're going to go to the event.
It was amazing to meet you all, and have an awesome night. And make sure to subscribe, like if you enjoyed the video. All right, I hope you're healthy, happy, and safe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.